Why hello there everyone, it is I, Epic What If, and today we have another episode on What If Naruto had the wooden release. Now, if you guys want to see another episode, that will be 10 likes and 2 comments, and well, that's about it I guess. And of course, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that red button down there with all your might. Smash the screen, smash your keyboard, everything you can do. I'll see you guys very soon. Let's get into the episode right away. Now, in the previous episode, we left off with Team 7 and Zabuza having their first encounter. It was a fairly decent bout, I guess. Zabuza eventually got overwhelmed by the combined efforts of Naruto, Sasuke, Tenten, and Kakashi. And Haku had to step in, knock him out with the Senbone, and run the fuck away, essentially. So, seeing as Kakashi did not actually have to go all out against Zabuza, thanks to the team effort, he can train Naruto, Sasuke, and Tenten better than he did in the original, with Sakura instead. You know what I mean. So, Kakashi and the rest go to the Zabuza's hut, and, Kakashi is still resting, but he's not really bedridden. He's mostly just sitting down on chairs and instructing them what to do. Kakashi then teaches Naruto how to do some basic mud wall jutsus and also how to do some gale palm jutsu. How to do the gale palm jutsu. Teach Naruto the basics of the wind and rock variety, I guess. Sasuke is also taught, and Kakashi moves towards the Chidori, so he has to essentially teach Sasuke how to start molding chakra, so he knows that. So Sasuke is mostly focusing on molding his lightning chakra around, and Tenten is mostly taught sword combat because Kakashi used to do that as well. And when Naruto's training around, he also focuses on his wood clone jutsus as well, to summon his wood and mold it to his own desires. What Yamato taught him, how Yamato does with wooden planks forming from his hand. So Naruto tries that as well to, try and help out Tazuna a bit. And Tazuna sees that Naruto can actually just create wood from his hand, so he's like, "Hey Brat, wanna help me build this bridge? I could use a man with a talent like yours." And of course, Naruto, being the great shonen protagonist that he is, does in fact agree to help Tazuna. Naruto then creates a bunch of clones to, help out with the building, and creates and starts launching some wooden planks and stuff like that, molding it to his own desires, how the bridge should be built according to Tazuna. And Tazuna just sits back, relaxes, and gives Naruto orders on how the wood should be placed, and the bridge is being built much faster. This little action here forces Zabuza to have less time to actually relax and heal himself up, so Zabuza has to heal up a bit quicker and will be a bit more injured when he encounters Kakashi and Team 7 again. Naruto then goes out into the woods to train alone for a while, trying to hone his wooden abilities. While, trying to create some better wood clones, Naruto eventually kind of gets tired and, falls asleep. He then wakes up to a sound of someone humming and picking the herbs, and he sees that it's a girl. And, he has a bit of a conversation with Haku, who he finds out is his name. And then Haku tells him, "Oh, by the way, I'm a guy." And well, quite simply, Naruto loses his mind. He's like, "What the fuck is this about? He looks like a girl, but he's a boy. Why is he so cute? God damn it, this is confusing." As it should be, as it would be. Now moving on. Fuck. Anyway, Naruto then, after having a bit of a conversation with Haku, tells Haku, "Yeah, I'm gonna be stronger to protect everyone I love. Yeah!" And Haku's like, "Oh my god, that's so amazing, Naruto." Then they say their goodbyes and move on with their lives. Naruto then, has an encounter with that kid whose name nobody remembers. Don't even lie to me, you fuckfaces. And, gives Naruto a transformed kunai clone to protect the village. Yeah, let's do this, boys. And, Naruto and Team 7 move on as the bridge has already been built. As they leave, they encounter the person who is, again, known as Zabuza. Zabuza has a proper fight with Kakashi, and this time around, Haku is there. They saw how well Naruto and Sasuke and Tenten performed the previous time around, so this time around, they trap all three of them. Yes, all three of them, because, previously, Sakura was kind of worthless, so there was no point in trapping her. Here, Tenten could actually do something. Oh no. So that's kind of an issue. So Naruto, Sasuke, and Tenten are trapped in this ice bubble, and they start getting senbones all over their body. Tenten kind of defends herself with kunais and, Now, she does in fact do a decent job at it, but again, she does get stabbed quite a bit. Sasuke also tries to dodge most of the Senbon using his Sharingan, and also uses a kunai to strike away those he cannot dodge, but again, there are too many to dodge and hit away, so he does get stabbed a decent bit as well. Naruto is initially getting hit, but then creates 3 shadow clones, rather wood clones, because the shadow clones would be taken down too easily with the Senbon, and creates a mud wall on all 4 sides, covering their sides so they can't be hit from there. Now the top is where the issue is. Sasuke then starts, using his Sharingan, and Tenten uses her kunais and her weapons ability, I guess, to essentially strike away all those that come from the top, so they're mostly defended. They now have to come up with a plan. Naruto then launches a bunch of wood around them, so the top is mostly blocked around, and they can kind of speak in private. So it goes a bit better than you would expect it to go. Haku is kind of annoyed at this, so he starts to try and take down the walls, because the wood is the wood is kind of like it's a tree that grew out from the ground because Naruto made it, and it bent over the walls and over the top, and then went back down and got lodged in by some other shit that came from the ground, essentially creating a very strong ceiling which can't actually be removed. So Haku tries to go for the mud walls because those are the most easy thing to take down over there. And Naruto and Sasuke and Tenten come up with a decent plan to try and escape this area. They try to attack the walls to see if it can be taken down. Naruto then launches a bunch of clones outside of the little protective circle that they've got going on, and they start attacking the walls. However, the wall is just not affected. Whenever they do some damage, it just heals right back up, and Naruto feels, well, this is annoying, I don't know if we can get out of this, as it would be. He then tries a different strategy to kind of like summon up a tree in between the ice barrier outside of them, so that there's like a bit of an area to escape. However, when he does that, the tree doesn't actually manage to get inside, or rather it can't actually be summoned right between there. It's kind of difficult to do it, mostly because the plot demanded it. Naruto then relays this information to Sasuke and Tenten, and as he is explaining what the fuck is going on, one of the mud walls comes down and a bunch of Senbon is launched their way. They get hit a decent bit. Naruto then creates another tree to block that side, and another tree to block the other side that just got taken down. Eventually they're just surrounded by trees, small trees, it's like wooden stumps more than trees actually. And they're like, okay, this is getting more and more difficult because the walls are now down and trees are decent at defending, but even they eventually fall down. Haku then starts going after the trees using water slices and trying to cut through the trees, and it's working decently as well. Naruto and Sasuke then come up with a different plan to try and get Naruto, or somebody at least, outside of this little ice sphere, so that they can actually attack Haku from somewhere. Naruto tells Sasuke to use his Sharingan to try and follow Haku's movement and try and attack him somewhere there, while Naruto does the protecting from the Senbon, and Tenten uses her kunais as when Sasuke directs her where the attack should be, and starts launching kunais and shurikens all over the place. Mostly because of that scroll thing that can just spawn in infinite ammo, alright? So, they start launching their kunais. It works decently. Haku gets hit a few times here and there, but then he realizes Sasuke is the main issue, and he tries to attack Sasuke, try and take out the main thing here. Naruto jumps in front of Sasuke, gets stabbed right through the stomach, and collapses on the ground. So Haku then goes back inside the ice walls, and Sasuke's like, what the fuck, why would you do this? Ah! And seeing his friend almost die in front of him, somehow, for some reason, he unlocks his 3 Tomoe Sharingan. I was almost going to give him the Mangekyo, but then I was like, nah, that would be overpowered. So he unlocks his 3 Tomoe Sharingan on both of his eyes. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't actually have that by now. So yeah, that's that. And using the 3 Tomoe Sharingan, Sasuke does a much better job. And Naruto, while he is incapacitated, wakes up inside of his mind palace, where he meets the Kyuubi. Naruto has a bit of a conversation with Kurama, and Kurama kind of tries to tempt him to release the seal, but Naruto's like, I don't know. But then he almost releases the seal and has a conversation with his father, Minato, who prevents Naruto from doing something brash. Naruto then, he's like, oh my god, the 4th Hokage is my father, what? He has a bit of a conversation with Minato, as he would, and he wakes up a bit more powered than he was originally, and his wound on his stomach is healed. The seals have been kinda amplified, and Minato tells Naruto that his wood release, which Minato didn't know he had but now found out, is gonna be one of the most important things for him, as the first Hokage was mostly powerful because he had the wood release, and of course he had Hashirama cells, so that's another point. Naruto has the wood release, so he could probably do something good, and he has the chakra reserves to actually make them massive. Naruto wakes up and starts using his wood release. He creates a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of wooden spears all over this area, and launches them all through. Eventually Haku just can't keep up with healing it and gets tired because Sasuke and Tenten are also attacking him. Sasuke with his 3 Tomoe Sharingan, and Tenten mostly predicting where Haku might end up after seeing his patterns and attacking him with kunais and shurikens by tossing them that way. Haku gets quite injured, and eventually he has to relent, and the ice wall comes down. On the outside, Kakashi is starting to overwhelm Zabuza, and eventually Kakashi attacks Zabuza with Chidori, and Haku but while that is happening, Haku has a conversation with Naruto, and Naruto's like, "Oh my god, it's you, the guy from before, Haku!" And Haku's he gives the conversation about, having to grow stronger to protect the people you love, and never grow weak because you can't protect them if you're weak, and blah blah blah, and jumps in front of Kakashi as he's trying to stab Zabuza. Haku dies. Then comes Gato and his men, those fodder people. Zabuza is actually much more injured than he was in the original, as his previous injuries hadn't actually healed up, and Kakashi is fairly decent because Zabuza was kind of weaker, and Naruto, Sasuke, and Tenten are also pretty good. So Gato and his men don't stand a chance. Haku dies. Zabuza does not actually die, and Naruto's like, "If you want to do something for Haku, then live for him, for his memory," and shit like that. And Zabuza's like, "Alright, kid, I'll follow your advice. I'll follow you to the leaf, and I shall be a better man." Fucking bullshit like that. And well, that's where we're gonna end the episode. Yay, that was not the best episode, mostly because I haven't scripted shit. I'm just doing this for fun. This one I'm doing for fun, and so I can have regular uploads. The next properly scripted episode might come in a week. I don't know. The scripts aren't really completed. It's kind of annoying. I don't know. I just don't know where to take the story. The story of the Naruto leaving the leaf, and also the story of Naruto having the 10 tails. So both of those stories are in the works, and both of them do in fact have a script. So you guys don't have to worry about that. Yay! If you guys want to see another or more episodes, I guess you guys should subscribe to my channel. It would make me quite happy. Thank you. I love all of you. Yay! Let's hit 5,000 subs by the end of the next century. I think we can do this, but I don't know. Maybe we can't, who knows. And well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out and have a fantastic day, everyone. I fucked up that outro, not even the intro. What the fuck am I doing?